All right. So talking about the NFL. To start this off, me and Jordan both went on our propaganda train and talked about how I had the Bears winning 10 games this season. Jordan had the Jets winning 11 games this season, right? And if you haven't watched it, go ahead, check those videos out. We'll put a link in the description, of course. Two great videos. You guys have showed a lot of love, and you guys have given us a lot of feedback. And the feedback has been some fair, some I think a little excessive, but I understand. Everyone's got their whatever you want to say. Go ahead and say it. We'll respond. Don't worry about it. All right. So everyone had their critiques of what I said and what Jordan have said recently, and what I want to do is just do a check in because, mind you, when we made those videos, it was before the season, so it was every bit of knowledge that we had before the first snap of each team. So now at this point in time when we're recording, we're 2 games in. Jordan's 3 games in because the Jets played on Thursday night. I just want to revisit some of the points that we made and maybe address some comments that you've seen from some of the critics. So, my question to you, Jordan, is from what you're seeing right now, is there anything you would like to change or clear up from your previous video talking about the Jets?
Oh, yes. I do have full confidence we'll still stay with 11 games. I'm not going to take that back, particularly with how easy our schedule is. So if they thinking about the schedule or like how if I'm going to change the wins total, no, I'm not. I'm going to stand on that. We're standing at 2-1, which is a good place to be as a Jets fan. That's 2-1. Well, usually it's like 1-2 or 0-3. All right, so I'm cool with that. Defensively is very troubling. I did not expect us to have a lackluster defense like this. This is really problematic. The D line in particular, where Hassan Reddick's, still continuing to sit out. But I'm not even going to speak on that as well. But I know we got Jermaine Johnson that was on the edge that I talked about. He tore his Achilles, or he ruptured his Achilles, so now he's out for the year. But we don't have interior D linemen, and we gutted that for the Hassan Reddick trade. And I'm thinking, oh, we'll just fill him in with some certain people. And no, we're not. Quinn Williams is demanding a double team, and we're not getting to the quarterback like that. I know we did against the Patriots, but that's the Patriots again. I think that's a one-off. We have a serious issue on D line. I'm still okay with our back end. I told you I thought our safeties was our weakness. I still think that today. I think Tony Adams is a really good player. Don't get me wrong, but I think just as a total, we still struggling with the safety position. Sauce and DJ are they're still being Sauce and DJ. I know some people don't like Sauce in terms of like him holding and stuff like that, but they'll call it whatever. But what I really am encouraged though is what I just seen Thursday offensively, because what we looked like offensively against the 49ers was not good. It was very dumbed down offense. There was no motion really. Like we weren't getting people involved, although Mike Williams only played like five snaps or whatever. But I watched Thursday, and that's the Rodgers I was expecting. I know it's the Pats, but the Pats beat the Bengals, which we all think the Bengals are going to be good. So I was really encouraged by Rodgers' performance. I think Garrett Wilson, him and Garrett are still not on the same page per se, but he's getting to Lazard, he's getting to Conklin, our tight end. He is getting the ball out of his hands, and I'm really, really. We'll see what Moses his injury on the line, but I'm really They're protecting Rodgers, like he's not getting hit, which I told you that was the key to our what's name. So I'm encouraged by our offense. I'm discouraged by our defense. I think we need a little bit more motion within our offense, but I think we're still gearing towards hitting the right stride in the middle of the season. And again, with the lack of schedule, we don't have that many tough games in the beginning. I think we'll get off to a good start. And if we lose some games at the end, that won't hurt our playoff chances per se. So encouraged by Rodgers. I don't know what we're going to do on the defense. And I think Nathaniel Hackett, though, as the OC, he still is under investigation. Because we need some more motion, dog. Everybody doing some motion, bro, and we out there just playing Gale Sayers football back there in the I formation, which I'm appreciative of. But at the same time, dog, we got to get people going around the field. So we'll see. But I'm encouraged. We're 2-1, and I'm more than happy with being that instead of being a loser. So
Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. I have some stuff to say. Let me go ahead and stay down here. I have some stuff to say for you guys because you guys have been saying a lot of stuff to me. All right. First of all, if you haven't watched my video, go watch my video. Everything I said in my video is exactly what's happening now. So I'm here to double down on my stance. Everything I said was completely accurate. This is clearly a top 5 defense in the NFL. From what I saw they did with the Texans,
Okay, I like
from what
that.
I saw what they did with the Texans have 2 receivers that are clear receiver ones. They have Joe Mixon. They have weapons all around the place, and we held them to 19. And we were one drive away from tying that thing, potentially winning the game against them. All right. So I'm here to double down on my stance. I'm only here to address comments and concerns that you guys have had about our offense and about Caleb Williams in particular. The first thing I want to say, anyone that's a Bears fan, please take your hat off, put your jersey away, go ahead and sit this one out if you are truly judging Caleb Williams off of 2 career starts.
Right.
Is this what we're doing? We're judging rookies off of 2 career starts, immediately thrown into the fire with a brand new OC, brand new weapons all around him, right? And we're judging him based off of that. First of all, I have a lot to say about Caleb. Let's talk about Caleb. All right. First of all, I actually like Caleb's development right now. I think what he showed a lot of poise in the pocket. People don't understand because they don't understand football, is that when Caleb Williams was not under pressure, he was doing a great job. But DeMarco Ryan, the head coach for the Texans, he put up a great defensive plan, decided to blitz 50% of the time, completely unheard of from his style of defense, and put Caleb under a lot of pressure to make throws. I think our OC did a terrible job of adjusting to that. And second, I
Mm-hmm.
think our offensive line has been playing horrendous, right? I
Terrible.
don't care who you are. I don't care what we bring back there. If you get hit that amount of times with no one open and nothing to adjust to, you're not going to have a good game. Plain as that. With that being said, Romo Doomsday should have caught that ball, and that should have been his first career passing TD. All right. And if he would have had that, again, there's a lot of these comments, I'm not even listening to them. All right. So I'm not going to judge Caleb based off of 2 games. I think that's bogus, completely bogus. And I blame CJ Stroud because CJ Stroud played so well in his rookie season that now everyone's expecting rookie QBs to play like that. If you line them up going into week 3, because that's when we're doing this recording, if you line him up with all the rookie QBs right now that are playing, he's still on par stats wise with all of those guys. None of them have thrown for a touchdown yet. But we're only looking at Caleb Williams to throw for a touchdown. I get it. He was highly ranked, but Jaden Daniels also didn't throw one. Bo Nix also didn't throw one. We had like 6 QBs go off in the first round. None of them have thrown the touchdown yet. So please, we need to stop this. Another thing, we're 1-1. And if you look at my previous prediction, we're still on par with what I was saying, what my predictions were. I imagine it was going to be a learning curve at the beginning, but we were going to start hitting on stride going towards week 5 and then on starting to win games and all that, right? I'm going to put this up. I'm going to show you what I said, all right? Because I know I was saying the truth. Anyone that says that we should have kept Justin Fields at this point and that Caleb Williams is playing just like Justin Fields, please do me a favor. Log out of YouTube, close your computer, take your TV, throw it out the window right now. Because one, you shouldn't be commenting under our videos saying something like that. And 2, you just shouldn't watch football anymore if these are the comments that you're making. They have similar stats with one guy being in his 4th year in the NFL, the other guy having 2 games played in total, right? We would have had to pay J-Lo. People don't understand because people don't understand money for some reason. We would have had to pay Justin Fields if we were going to keep him. If we would have paid Justin Fields, that would have been at the minimum 4 years, 25 mil. So $100 million contract. That's at the minimum. What the QB market is now probably would have been around 150 million, to be honest with you. Why would we do that to get similar production out of a rookie that we're doing for his 2nd game? And we're paying this guy 4 years, 50 million, I believe. 50 or 60, something like that. No, maybe even less. 4 years, 40 million. 4 years, 40 million with 25 guaranteed. That's what it is. Why would, like, what are we talking about? Why would we do that? It doesn't even make any sense, okay? So anyone that's saying that, I'm not even going to address it really. Like I'll comment just to make you feel better, but people like that, there's no reason to even discuss football with them for them making a stance like that. What I think the Bears need to do going forward is just they just need more chemistry, cohesiveness on the offense, and then also for Shane Waldron, our OC, for any other OC or coach or anyone that wants to be an OC or an offense, when you have a bad offensive line, let me show you something. Because people just think that we didn't play. Like we both play collegiate football. Let me show you something. Let me show you something.
You got the handy dandy.
That's right here. If you have a bad offensive line, you need to roll the pocket. Okay? Everyone
That's a
say
great
with
concept, by the way.
roll the pocket. You need to get the QB to roll out. You need to move the offensive line towards away any of that. One, it keeps them aggressive, which is good. Two, it doesn't force them to have to stand in stationary position and allow the defense to keep running twists and to get you guys on different levels and to get to a point where you sack the QB. Caleb's mobile enough. You need to roll them out and get him into plays. I have another play for you too, just to show you guys. Listen, man, we're not just sitting here messing around, having jokes and all this stuff. All right. We actually played this sport. We actually break things down when we need to. Okay. Roll the pocket. All right. Don't just have them sit back 30 times and just watch them get destroyed and just be like, well, guess we just need a better guard. Guess we just be a better left hand. No, help those guys out. Have shorter plays, have different formation. Bunch formation is a good buster for teams that like to blitz, teams that like to twist. The reason why is because most of the time they're going to be in man. So when you line up in bunch, when you run certain plays and stuff, they call them pick plays. But in general, there's certain combinations of plays that you can do that'll get cornerbacks and different. It makes it tough to defend when you do that. And then the other play when I have to roll out and stuff, having QBs roll out and everything, one, again, it helps break up the blitz and it also helps with protection where when they're rolling out, more than likely a linebacker is going to come out the field and to be aggressive. You put them in a lose-lose situation where you either dump it off to the running back or he stays with the running back and you scramble, roll out, you find a good receiver, you go up for a couple yards and get down. All right. That's my spiel. You have anything else to say? We're going to keep checking in on this. You have
Yeah.
anything else to say? You comment down below. And I'm going to argue with you about this, all right? Because I don't think you guys know what you're really talking about. I
No,
just
they
think you're
don't.
just trying to make me mad. And that's really the point of all this stuff. You're just trying to make me
You
mad.
see how they got you right now, bro? They got you right now. They got you a little in a tizzy.
I'm just listening to
uh,
this, and to the guys in our group chat, shout out to them. They've been blowing up my phone for the past 2 weeks. That I just put my notifications on mute. All right, so if any of those guys have anything they want to say when they watch this, you comment under the video. Also, I'm putting everyone under the same rule.
you got
Stop texting
all
me.
smoke.
Stop Snapchatting me. Stop calling me. You message me under our channel, and then I'll respond to you.
He got all smoke, man. Hey, I think that's a fair assessment of the Bears. And before we out, I know we got a couple more minutes, so I got one minute spiel from you, real brief, real quick to it. Bryce Young getting benched. Any thoughts on that?
It's an absolute failure of the organization, really. I don't put a lot of blame on Bryce. You know, I don't again, I don't expect someone a year in to be playing amazing, especially with what he was brought in front of him. I think it was really bad management from the coaching perspective. I think it was really bad management from ownership, right? If you're going to invest in a guy, part of investment is bringing the right players around him. This is what we've done with Caleb, and I appreciate that. I understand the vision. We brought in all the skill positions, addresses some other features. Going into this draft, I imagine that we're going to address the offensive line and get that fixed, right? Same thing with Bryce. I don't see that same amount of attention being brought into them. I think they've hurt him more than what they've really helped them for. And benching him is I mean, it's not going to save him. Like putting Andy Dalton in there, and I don't mind Andy Dalton at all, but it's not like they're just gonna, win the conference or win the division now or anything like that. It's just bogus. You're just killing the kid's confidence over something that's really not his fault. So that's really my thoughts on that.
And just to wrap it up here, I think, like you said, I think it's just a failure from the organization. And I know we know David Tepper has been very he has a short lease. So one of the things that we talk about when it comes to quarterback and confidence, and there's a lot of things that's working against Bryce Young. He's small. He doesn't have the biggest arm. and he's not that mobile of a quarterback, right? So there's a key ingredient that you have around quarterbacks for that specific and individualized to them for things to work, right? The thing that makes me so weary is, do you know in the year that Bryce Young has played, he has had 3 offensive coordinators in a year. That's 3 different systems. That's 3 different terminologies. Like, how can you expect somebody with no weapons? By the way, we know about the weapon situation. I think it was a complete failure. I hope they do right by him. I think by benching him, I think they are quote unquote saving him. I know people really put Bryce Young under the scope because of the trade that y'all have with Bears and who it turned out to be with DJ Moore and Caleb Williams. I think that's unfair to Bryce Young, but he has to play better. But I also think that he's not in a position to play better with what he has around him. So we'll continue to see. Hopefully that he gets back out on the field. I know that's the plan that they say is to have him eventually learn from Andy Dalton and get back on the field. But just an unfortunate situation. I love Bryce Young. He does it for the short quarterback. So I would love to see him get a second chance and hopefully out there performing with a lot better weapons around him. So, but that's a great episode. Another wrap on Men the Podcast, going with the flow episode. Man, go ahead. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. If you have any bear slander, please send that to him. He will respond. And I'm a person that loves to just read people slandering the Bears.